Hey guys, how's it going? It's Chris here, and I just wanted to quickly talk about the news that was released today. For those of you who haven't heard, Chester Bennington from Linkin Park had passed away, and I don't know if he passed. I haven't fully looked into it all. I just got home from work and I wanted to make this video real quick, so forgive me for any misinformation. But from what I heard, 9 a.m. I think they discovered him, hung himself, so committed suicide, and yeah, this really came out of nowhere for me. Well, let me go back into it. So Linkin Park, for those of you who don't know me, Linkin Park is one of my all-time favorite bands. They're not in my, they're definitely within my top 10. I mean, possibly within my top 5. I haven't given it a whole lot of thought, but definitely in my favorite bands of all time, and a big inspiration to me, not musically, instrument-wise, but vocally, and attitude-wise. Linkin Park has really just stood out among a lot of similar genres. They were the angsty, grungy, just 90s teen band, and they definitely helped me a lot through middle school. They were one of the very few bands that I just could not stop listening to throughout middle school, and they helped me get through a lot. Their music really, it gave me strength, and Chester Bennington became an inspiration for my singing. And I'm not a singer, I'm not a vocalist, but his singing style and the way he approaches music, the way he comes alive on stage, and the way he just puts his best foot forward and really gives it his all. I mean, the guy broke a bone on stage and continued I think it was his wrist. He broke his wrist on stage diving, and just continued with the song, and that's amazing. And their music has inspired so many people, and he himself is just a wonderful person. Now, I know there's a lot of stuff with the band, obviously with their last few albums that they put out, all the hate they've received, and I want to be perfectly clear, not in any way relating to what happened now. I would have told you the same thing a week ago, I would have told you the same thing a year ago, that obviously, of course, yes, I am a classic Linkin Park fan. I adore their old music, and their first few studio albums. I absolutely love their music, and their newest albums haven't grabbed me because I myself evolved from that angsty alternative music. I have my taste in music has expanded, and so my palette has gotten more and more colorful, just like they have as a band. It really makes me mad when people give them so much crap for evolving as a band, when that's kind of what you do as, not even as a band, but as people. You constantly are evolving and changing and reshaping yourself, and everybody was just being such children about it. Okay, you don't like new music, that's totally fine, but completely just attacking the band for trying to do something different is just unacceptable, And I do feel like a lot of what's been going on, and a lot of the reason behind what happened, was because of the just constant flood of just hatred towards the band and just personal attacks on them, and not to mention just his past issues. And I'm sure there's been so much tension in the band. I know Mike Shinoda has talked about the music and everything, and how they try to be poppy and everyone hates it, but in the end was their poppiest song, and that's one of the most popular songs now. It's just it's ridiculous. And while I didn't listen to a lot of their new music as it came out, because like I said, moved on to other music, and I still listen to Linkin Park, and I still listen to some of their new songs. I just hadn't gone through and fully dove into their new music like I did at the beginning, because my taste evolved, just like their music evolved. And I just I do want to say that I am just heartbroken. I'm crushed at the whole situation. I was at work when I found out. My boss came up to me and he said, "So Chris, you like old Linkin Park? You like you know Chester Bennington, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And then he's like, "Well, he committed suicide." And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up. He did not commit suicide." I didn't believe him for like a solid 20 minutes and showing me news stuff. I'm like, people fake all the time. You know, they said Jackie Chan died a couple years ago, and I was about to cry over that. And then I found that it was fake, and I'm like, it's the internet. You know, I gotta find some reputable sources. And then after he left and I was still at work, he texted me. He said, "It's real. It's confirmed." And I looked, and Mike Shinoda posted on Twitter that he confirmed it. And I had all I could do at work to just keep myself together. I got really depressed and quiet, and immediately after he confirmed it, I got there's messages in my Discord chat. There was personal messages on I got like 3 personal messages on Facebook. I got tagged and posted on Facebook. I got messaged on Twitter from people I haven't talked to in years, messaging me about this, because everyone knows me as a guy who loves Linkin Park, and I do. I absolutely do. And my channel name is AH Lincoln. If you look at my URL for my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/user/LinkinPark51975. And while I would change that name if I could, because it was just, obviously, you know, we all have our middle school emails and usernames, I didn't name my account. I don't go by Lincoln because of the president. I don't go by Lincoln because of anything other than how much Linkin Park had an effect on me growing up, and just how much they shaped my taste in music, how much they really molded me as a person to be strong, and to idolize somebody and to look up to someone like Chester Bennington as being strong, indestructible, and just an icon of strength. You know, something you look to. He's a rock. You can, when you're feeling down, you look at him and be like, just like you look at any celebrity and think, they're singing about all this stuff, they've been through all this, and he's still up there, he's still doing it, he's still kicking ass, and it's just, it gives you strength. And now he's fallen, and while the message is still there, it feels dampened a little bit, and that is a testament to his strength. Personally, I feel. For me personally, I'm not against suicide. I am all for getting help, but I'm not against suicide. It's your life, you make the decision. As long as you don't make rash decisions and try and do your best first, then it's your life. And I feel horrible for him. He had, what, a bunch of kids and 2 previous wives, or he's married and had a previous wife, and obviously the band, and I feel so bad for him. My mom texted me too. My mom knows how much I like Linkin Park, and Linkin Park was one of the bands where I was totally going to get a tattoo of them, but I never ended up doing it. Same with like Avenged Sevenfold and such. They were a band that my favorite live show of all time, I believe the year was 2004, I want to say. It was Linkin Park live in Texas. And I bought that on iTunes, and that's rare for me. I never do that. I never buy actual live shows, really. And I bought that on iTunes, and I have it on my iPod, and I still watch it. It was the greatest show of all time, and it is the best. So, you have no idea how hard I'm trying right now to keep it together. But as soon as I start listening to the music, I'm gonna cry, and it's gonna be painful, but that's the way it goes. So apparently they released a music video like immediately after, so I think I'm gonna watch that and do a reaction video for that. And I'm also gonna follow up with like 25 or so my favorite Linkin Park songs, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching. For any of you out there who are struggling, or know somebody who has struggled in the past or is currently struggling with any issue in their life, if you have a friend, reach out to them. And if you are hurting yourself, please reach out to somebody. Because coming from somebody who's been there, the worst thing that you can do on either end is keep quiet. Just be strong.